Concert, the big win from Orlando City for sure. It is also Money Monday. Today we were talking about teens and finances. Scary thought for some parents out there. With students home for the summer now, even high school and college, now is the time to make sure they are ready for the real world, which unfortunately includes paying bills as well. We are joined as always by Certified Financial Planner Joe Bert. Joe, good to see you. Hope you had a good weekend.
Morning, Ryan. I did. Thank you.
So the question is, how important is it for kids to start really not only making their own money, but also budgeting their own money and learning how difficult that can be?
It's one of the most significant discussions a parent can have besides sex and drugs. Money, if you don't learn early on, you really create problems along the way. And kids need to understand that money doesn't grow on trees. It doesn't come out of a machine because it just happens to be there. They need to have an understanding. In fact, if you have a youngster at home, somebody 5, 6, 7 years old, sit them down today, give them a quarter and ask them how many pennies are in it. Give them a dime and ask them how many pennies are in it. They need to understand how money is put together, what it takes to make a dollar bill and how many dollar bills it takes to pay the bills.
Yeah, and I've got a teenager now, Joe, getting ready to send him off to college, farther down the road than I want. Yeah, so one of the many things we worry about is budget and how to make sure they budget their own money. And he wants to spend it right away. I've noticed that. It burns a hole in their pocket.
Yeah, of course, and that gets back to teaching them early on. If kids have a job, they ought to set aside, set up some jars, put some money, so much for savings, so much for checking account, and so much for spending. And they can understand that you can't spend everything that you have. And when you're going off to college, I think one of the worst things you can do is give a kid a credit card. And many parents do that because it's easy. At least give them a debit card. This way they can follow how much money is in the account. And if they need more money, they have to come back to you and ask for it. But if you give them a credit card, they think that, just spend the money and all of a sudden you've run up those big bills. In fact, do yourself a favor. Go to, next time you're in line at a grocery store or checking out somewhere, look at how many people don't use cash. Everything today is on plastic. And unfortunately, that carries over to kids and they don't have a real appreciation of how money works.
Yeah, it's great to swipe the credit card, but when the bill comes, exactly. That's a whole other story.
Especially when you're the parent.
Joe, we were talking, you actually have a boot camp coming up for parents. Tell us about this.
Yeah, just go to our website, financialgroup.com, click on workshops, and it's a boot camp for teens and young adults to teach them how to save and invest in their future. And we're going to show you that if you start working at age 16, stop at age 22, just put $2,000 a year into an IRA for yourself. By age 66, you could possibly have $1 million just for 6 years of working $2,000 a year. That's once again a boot camp that we're offering. Go to our website, financialgroup.com, and click on workshops and get more information.
All right, Joe, what a great topic. Always good to see you. Thanks for the insight.
You too, Ryan. Thank you.
Amy?
I've got work.